Good morning, everybody. Well, some of the enthusiasm from yesterday has waned. I guess it started doing that late in the day there. But it's a start. Prices came down to support, as you can see here on the weekly chart. And then we got a little rally midday. So things are coming down. We'll see what they do over the next few days. Um, Moves like this aren't over. Uh, Immediately. They usually end with some kind of accelerated move. So, 2 days intraday was an accelerated move. Our internals, I thought maybe would be lined up after yesterday. The end of day breath number was pretty negative, but wasn't enough to move it to the extreme that we want. So, if, things don't have to go down a whole heck of a lot to get these to line up. But some downdrafts, even intraday, will certainly help. Um, we'll see, what happens here in the short term. Uh, they can hold in this area. But Nasdaq plunged a little bit more and held on a little bit more of its gain, chopping around there. You can see it came down to this little congestion. There's no pivots there because there's no three higher lows to the left and right. Or you can see a cluster of bars in that area. So um, there is some support there. You don't think that the caption still holds about how far can it go? Well, they made a turn, if that's what you're referring to, the intro slide. It made a turn intraday. You can see the small candle body on the NASDAQ futures there. There's more of a tail on the bottom. So we'll see what it does in the coming days. Uh, there's the plunge. There was the deep retracement. There's some chopping around. And so now we'll see what happens. So yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, where prices were gapping up, or it was this day, where prices were gapping up. And we talked about the deep retracement and whether they could go sideways there, um, or go back down. Clearly, they went back down. One of the things we spoke about yesterday in the green room was reading momentum. And so you had a big momentum move. Typically, when that happens, things don't immediately go back up. And here was the slowing momentum. And we talked about that on the intraday timeframes as the S&Ps got down to the 200 MA, and we saw the 5-minute chart beginning to bottom out. And that's where, the rally began from. So that was a nice move at the time. And then obviously we wait to see whether it can hold on to the gain or not at the end of the day. So right now, Q's here in the middle of yesterday's range. And if they hang out here for a few days, obviously we got the economic report at the end of the week. Um, Maybe things will lift up, and then would expect some kind of a retest, and maybe at that time the internals will line up. So, um, on this time frame, big momentum move, same analysis on higher time frame, same analysis. Things come down, momentum begins to slow, and this is how things, if they're going to turn for some kind of counter trend rally, they hang down here for little days. Most times, they chop around, confidence rebuilds, and the whole process begins again. And you get a little move up, and then things will move back down. And so it's a process of trying to, make some kind of a pattern that's more predictable than some move down. So look, this kind of stuff on a daily chart, swing trading, you stay away from it. Um, for intraday trading, it's not a problem. But when things align, that's where you get, huge moves, and things are not aligned right now. Um, so maybe this, 65-minute chart becomes part of a bottoming process, we'll just have to see. Do I expect a retest and failure? Doesn't matter. I don't know what I expect. I mean, that's a common pattern that's highly reliable. When things move to the downside and then do a retest, whatever happens will happen. So bar by bar analysis, which we covered in a prior MT Live, maybe that was last week, I think so. You can go back and watch that if you become a member of the Weekly Advantage. You go back and watch those MT Live recordings. So applying bar by bar analysis, whatever happens, we'll see it in real time, in the moment, and that's what'll guide us. Having an expectation that this is what has to happen doesn't work, you know, meaning maybe you get lucky and it works out that way. Maybe it goes sideways, chops around down there, and whatever it's going to do, we'll see what it happens. That's the idea with bar by bar analysis. We don't have to know what's going to happen ahead of time. Only the real gurus know what's going to happen before it happens. Bitcoin just flailing around here, gap up, came back down, buying the dip. It's just, this is a big mess here. And, we'll see how it plays out. There's still a lot of uncertainty. So when we look at, say the S&P 500, then we go and look around the markets and see, hey, are other things beginning to shape up or not? And, doing that, and I look at the transports and I'm like, hell no. This isn't over. Maybe the S&Ps or the NASDAQ, which led the way down, begin to stabilize where other things go down to support. But the breakdown in the transports, certainly that's not over. There's a breakdown. It's near this pivot right here. So maybe things will chop around here for a few days. We'll just have to see. Maybe it's going to go all the way down here. And, our internals will line up and things will come together where the transports are on support. We'll see the NASDAQ or semiconductors begin to show relative strength. So that's the process, the factory work, Today's MT Live, factory work. All right. In addition, right, looking around, right, we go and look around, and what I'm looking for here. Look at this. This was bullish. It was going sideways up there. It broke down. It came back up to the high and it got killed yesterday. This is not over. Right? So prices, different sectors need to either test some support. I don't know if they'll fill this gap. Maybe they'll go sideways here for a week or two, where the implications of this breakout failure and this wide range bar down, which suggests things are going to go lower, like that bar by bar, that's what it says right now. If it's going sideways for a week, whatever it does, it retraces back up, right? Things begin to change. Right now, we could say things stabilized yesterday. There was a nice rally intraday, and we'll see how it unfolds today. Yeah, those job reports coming at the end of the week and whatever other reports are coming. Like, what's today? I know what today is, but 10 o'clock, there's ISM. So you got those factory orders, ISM, business activity. 10:30, there's a crude oil thing. And, you look at what's happening here with crude oil, and it's on a critical level here, down here on this major support area. And so we need to see, is that going to hold here or not? If it keeps going down. And so we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks. Interest rates now red. Right? They stabilized here. Right? Month or so, we talked about this measured move for interest rates to move lower. uh, bearish information related to the economy slowing, interest rates going down, oil going down, transports breaking down. All of those things are not positive. Mortgage rates are still too high for the common man. Well, you know, I guess it depends on how long you've been common, Robert. Meaning, look, uh, I remember interest rates, mortgages being in the 20% area many years ago. I bought my first house. I thought, wow, a mortgage for 14%? What a bargain. And then, you did your refinancing as interest rates plummeted during that time. But I mean, interest rates being where they are relative to where they were last year, yeah, it's a big deal. So, things change. What's low today may not be low in the future, or in the past, and all of that. So you always got to relate things to, what's happening now, and putting things together. Just having just certain numbers and saying this is high and this is low. That they're starting points. Anyway, all right. Cues here. Uh, inside bar there. Penetrated through the 200, was able to regain it. Big nasty move down. You know, big volatility. It's 65-minute is still in a downtrend, so it's got some chopping around to do to see if there can be some kind of a counter trend move. Uh, so spiders, where are they? They're down here on the support. Where's my cursor? Inside yesterday's range. So I suspect that we'll get some just chopping around here, waiting for 10 o'clock, and then getting into tomorrow, jobless claims and unemployment rate on Friday. So all of those things, those numbers are going to maybe have more in effect than they did a week ago, as traders and institutions put together their expectations for, what's going to happen, the tariffs and all of that stuff, right? So, uh, the inside day here, SPX. I mean, I had to double check that, but yeah, I mean, I checked, TC2000 as well as here on eSignal with the numbers. So getting down there today, I think not. Um, I'm just checking to see 95. So things have come up since that 5,600. Yes, up a little bit. I'm just going to drag that up there. It's 5,600. So I like this. Even if things start to drop, um, it's at a whole number. And could it go down there? I don't know. I guess anything's possible, right? We all know that. This probably came down a little bit, but look at this move. Let me just double check this number, and then I'm going to hand it over to Dan there. Um, 59.10. That's still the same, but look, this pattern. I think we talked about this on something else. Look, this kind of pattern, it does this. It implies a measured move. And so that might be where this is headed. I don't know. But some backing and filling here today. And then we'll see where it goes from here. Um, you can see I've got void marked F here. Let's hope it doesn't enter down here in the coming weeks, because remember there was a void here, I had the void over here, and it filled it. And this is the next one. Let's hope things can stabilize without going down into there, because things will be getting pretty ugly at that point. That's it. All yours, Dan.
Good morning. So yeah, Greg reviewed everything there. Trump spoke last night, and we were talking about this in the green room. I just said, regardless of party, they're going to try to speak positive, and so I was kind of predicting a gap up. We got the much bigger one earlier, and so now just chilling. But yeah, I'd sure like lower prices. Greg, I wasn't watching. Did you show him the internals? Because
I
Greg
did.
showed. Okay, yeah, I was away because yeah, I said that Greg showed them to me last night, and I said, yeah, it's so much easier when those are cooked and we get a Plimo. That today's Wednesday, so that was an igniting bowl sandwich. Lower low, lower high, bar by bar. It looks bad still, so I sure am voting for the lower um, lower prices scenario. All right, trucks, we're still short. I had a up alarm go off on that one little pop, but now I see that it's back down. Let me just reset it. There's not work coming towards the tail end of earnings. But I went through them and deleted a bunch already. So if I don't get them all, just tell me whatever you want me to look at. So that's it. Not a whole lot of, we didn't give a single new swing trade yesterday. More of a day trading. And we only did Netflix put spread is all. That's it for Friday. We're very light. Uh, yeah, so more tariff talk. They said Trump's going to come out, and so we also said this yesterday. We got to be careful of positive tariff talk to get a big snapback rally. So they're saying that they're going to announce something on the Canada Mexico tariffs that were announced yesterday. But things that are going to be affected, that's how you trade news. No, so actually, Greg, it's time to do news. I just sent you two more MT Live topics. We haven't done news in a while. But you got to ask yourself, okay, that's the news. Who's going to benefit and who's going to get hurt? So I don't know why Toyota and Honda are up so much here. I don't know. But these are, 30-minute high maybe, Honda. Look at this ASML chips. Nice bounce. No pattern though. Semis are at least gapping up, more relative strength than the market. Um, I saw this, not supper, copper. Trump's, talking about tariffs on that. So remember the day he did that on steel, and all those steel stocks gapped up. So now copper's thrown into the mix. I'm 89, but there's zero pattern there. But let's check copper stocks. Germany's been on a tear here. That's gapping up for some reason. Here, copper. Oh, here's the one. Yeah, copper. Look at that big old gap. Upper index fund. That's bullish. All time frames. Copper. Let's watch it. CTM. Greg posted yesterday, and I went ahead and posted it. Half lot over yesterday, half lot on a pullback. Myrna, they said that I think the CEO did a big inside purchase, $32. No pattern. It's a nasty downtrend. This Tencent, I saw that they said that they have an AI chip that Couldn't even beat that other one that was the one that put NVIDIA into a tizzy. But it's too extended, no pattern, and it's an ADR, so it's capper. Let's go to earnings here. I don't have many. There's a number of Climos here. Like, look at wheat. I posted in Telegram a list of a bunch of them. Oh, corn. Those are both Climos. And the reason they went down yesterday was the retaliatory, not tariffs, on our commodities being imported here. But that's a textbook Climo. That's a fluid bar down. Look, fluid means relatively equal as it closes. It's down, other than that little wiggle, it's down a lot, far from the 20. Area of support, gapping up. Looks good. ACN I posted as a Climo watch. Now there's no potent turn yet, but it's a watch. I posted a couple other. U is not a Climo, it's a sloppy buy setup. But look, it was almost a 180 at the 20, 50 gap fill buy setup weekly. So that looks good. I'll set an alarm at 25.10. This MQ, not a Climo, but nice earnings gap. That's going sideways. So that looks great. Nothing to do now, but they look great to watch. Set an alarm 418. Okay, pulling back, Duolingo, Climo. Ava, Climo, but I don't like this little bowl sandwich, so that it needs more time to heal. D-Dog. D-Dog is a Climo, which yesterday might be a new low reversal, but the entry is Monday's high. So let's set an alarm at 117 for now. Barracks, Climo, but no, the zero turn yet. We want a bottoming tail, range expansion, no turn. NTAP got shellacked on earnings, zero turn. And, that's in free fall. All right, that's it. Let's go to earnings now. Crowd. That's an ugly gap. Ugly gap. So call spread if there's any juice. Box, ugly gap, but to the 200. Let's keep an eye on that. I didn't do any earnings trades yesterday. Didn't see anything of interest. CYRX, another Climo on earnings, maybe 30-minute high. AVAV, bearish gap, but possible gap and snap. I have it in the middle chart here, and I got crowd in the bottom right. CDXC, Alex told me it was a bio, but yeah, it's an igniting gap breakout. But now it's extended too much. You see, if it were opening at 620, that'd be substantially better than 660 because now you're eating into my target. This will be a great 1, 2, 3 if it sets up, but 542 as of right now, it would not be. I'm getting errors here. Yes, yeah, because Greg, yeah, remember I said I couldn't hear you. Now I'm getting these errors. Well, this is from Zoom, but yeah, I gotta, come on. This Dell laptop now, I got speaker problems. All right, CPEX. All right, so like I said, 1, 2, 3. BF dot A would be cell setup. Let's see what it does. YMM, gaps too bullish, but too big. ANF, ugly. This is, you know how Greg calls them self-correcting uptrends? This is a self-correcting downtrend. That is a nasty gap, and it's down from 160. So now with the gap down, this thing is down 50%. I actually considered selling the $80 puts until I saw this monthly. I'm like, uh-oh, no, this thing is, this had such an insane run from $25. But I'll watch it. 30-minute high might be a put spread. OPFI, there's a bullish gap. So you see, I went through this list already. OPFI, I like. OPFI. And then DIN, DIN. It's gapping up a little bit. So if it, well, that's incorrect. It's gapping down a little. All right, but that looks horrible. All time frames. This alarm just went off. Wait, my low. Wait, I'm confused. All right, I don't see any prints, but my alarm went off and this shows up 250. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. I don't know if I got delayed data or what the heck's going on here. AVAV. Look at this gapping way down here. Alex, maybe you can help me with that later. Also, I don't like that it touches this horizontal line, and I got to get my vertical lines back in the 15-minute chart. MQ alarm. Hey, this could be a fantastic 30-minute high. Send it to Telegram so they can watch it if they want. But that's beautiful consolidation within that gap range expansion bar. See corn moving. It's not a great day trade because you got this wall of resistance right here, but I like it for a swing. I don't know if is it over yesterday's high yet, 1864. No, you could buy over 1864 or stop yesterday's low if you like Climbos. All right, box. Buyers stepped up, but I'm surely not doing anything in the first 5 minutes. It's OPFI coming in. So no interest right now. Trox, alarm. I tighten the stop. Just to protect our gains. Let's see, where is it? Trucks. Oh, I gave it 702. No, my bad. Wait. Let's just move it 5-minute high, period. Regardless of where it was. I thought that was an early alarm. Yeah, no, I did have it at 702, so it gapped over the stop by a few pennies. Oh, that's fine. 5-minute high. We covered a third yesterday. Nice gain. VERX alarm. That was the that was one of those Plymos that I said that had no turn. VERX, nah, there's no turn yet. Let's save that. Buyer stepping up. That's the one I said, possible gap and snap. Let me pick the juice bar. IWM, the weakest here. Was actually, I thought pre-market was up to the strongest. AVAV, how far now? There's no weeklies. It's still juicy. Wow, the hundreds. Hundreds are $1.30 for 2.5 weeks. That's massive. But we'll come back to it. All right, those are all my alarms. I don't have much here. All right, crowd is ugly. Let me see if there's any call spread at 395. $60 by 75. So $5 wide. It's only 19 cents. So forget about it. But if anyone wants to check the cousins and see if there's any other setups. Yeah, box, nothing to do now, but let me check the 31s maybe. I got excited there, but it's 2.5 weeks. This is a Plymos. There's AVAV. All right, so this one might have been one I said yesterday we could trade either way, either with whatever gap. And it's obviously to the upside, but that's a big gap. ANF and pain, that looks ugly. That is ugly, all time frames.
Amazing about that. It was last year's biggest winner, one of them.
I know, you see the monthly went from $20. All right, this one I posted on Telegram saying I hope to get a 1, 2, 3. And that's so far. That might be in the cards. The day just started, but I'm gonna set an alarm now at 126. Q's cracking on the 5-minute, Apple leading the way lower. We have break even stop on our Google put spread. We covered half yesterday. We actually have very light inventory. AMKR we're short. break even stop, Eris. Long stop under that WRB, CCL. We're short puts. And we sold half yesterday. Right behind. Let's tighten the stop about 22.12. Go down. Yeah, there's no pattern there. Honda. I don't know. No pattern, no reward to risk. All right, Crocs. 5-minute high. All right, it took out 5-minute highs, so 714. OMI alarm. I don't know. Well, mine. Yeah, we got this from Raul yesterday. No continuation, day trade. It looks like it can go to the 50, stop days low. Yes. Yeah, Q's at least they're holding, but yeah, the other ones are breaking out on the 5-minute chart. But we got these patterns are nothing, nothing pretty. EIX, we have short make it puts, go there, nothing. ATD still a freaking dog. Yes. BTM half lot is okay now. PCL stopping out. And the 25 puts. Right. 5 puts. Wow, this thing got spready. But the intrinsic value plus time, I'll just record it at 3. Two.
I'm thinking lower here on the cues. It'll only be a scalp under the low of the day. Yeah, maybe it goes down to yesterday's low. Yeah, I see it. But it changes, Alex, strong at the moment. Ticks are neutral and you know, I mean they started higher and we usually don't have great patterns here yet, but what I'm looking at, is where the hell is that drawing thing?
Yeah, it's a nice 180. Yeah, I like it, John. Wish you told me earlier. It's a nice end of day base too. Yep, beautiful 180 after a climb up. That's not a great climb up because it went sideways here, but it's a climb up followed by a 180. The weekly is a cleaner climb up because it doesn't, obviously show you these humps over here.
It's
Yeah, I'll put it on the list for a good spread idea. Just chilling on longs here though.
this was yesterday. That was that nasty move down at the end of the day.
What about it?
Yeah, I'm drawing on my chart.
Mm.
So I'm thinking it'll continue. It's just rattling around here at the moment. So, I mean, as far as longs go, down here, a retested down there would be a place where some kind of bottoming pattern would make more sense.
Mm-hmm. You got that right.
So,
The China stocks, K-Web, it's a sloppy bull flag. Yeah, you gotta kind of just read through all the gaps. It probably look better on the line chart. But here's your flagpole. Here's your bull flag. And you still got a bullish weekly monthly. That's impressive.
they're still in a downtrend. So, if some upside would happen, it would make sense to get a retest down here. And then, maybe things start to bottom today into tomorrow, what have you. Other than that, it's kind of like that's all I see right now. That's,
Yeah, it
Patrick,
looked
if I listened to what he's saying correctly last night, I don't think there's going to be tariffs on they're making cars in this country.
Correct.
Huh. No, Ford, General Motors. Maybe if
Right. No, but the tariff is selling them overseas.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the other countries their tariffs were before last night, or if they increased them after yesterday.
Yeah, well, I use the word retaliatory. So I don't know the effective date. I think that was like I know Canada was Sunday or something to give them time to talk with Trump. I don't know about Mexico.
Mexico fund is up today. Well, I don't know. Does Toyota, they make any cars in this country? I mean, like what he was saying is, hey, go build a factory here, and there's no tariff.
Right, correct. Well, Steve, not the whole payment, but yeah, I heard him say the interest charge, which is a saying for your house, right? It's just the interest.
All right, here we go.
I
This is
know.
it.
Yeah.
Ticks are negative. Let's see. Let's see. Battle. Frenchy, good morning. You're late. It's almost afternoon.
There's GCT, which had earnings yesterday. I mentioned Gap and Snap. That's
Secretary Lutnick expects announcement on tariffs this afternoon.
right.
Whatever that might mean.
Well, I think it's a pretty good guess.
On Canada, tariff rate will be 25%, but may be some categories left out.
Correct. So I think it's going to be backpedaling a little, maybe some exemptions and things, right?
Well, you already said energy was exempt, right?
Energy? I have no idea.
I thought that's what I read. Who knows?
I know. That's how I feel. Who knows? Who cares? Well, I care if things I buy are now going to go up crazy. Like I couldn't believe that guy on TV yesterday said this Ram truck was 80 grand yesterday and 100 grand today. So who the hell would buy that? I, I'd wait. I'd lease a car. I'd buy a used one. I would wait till the tariff mess straightened out. I mean, but who in their right mind would just say, all right, yeah, another 20 grand, no problem.
Eh, they rationalize it, finance it, the payment difference for the 20 grand over each month. They really want the truck.
I know you're getting zero um, additional utility value out of the hardware. It's the identical friggin' machine.
Buy a Ford.
It's a slap in the face.
All right, French, you were here, you just didn't say it. All right, better late than never. Appreciate it. I hope you hit that like button.
Hey, the hourly on those Varex. Nice hourly. And 15, of course. So that's a true bottom fisher right there.
$10 numbers coming.
Corn didn't get very far. Wheat neither. No, I am doing nothing here. Yeah, Sam has a cat like that. Walks on his keyboard. Tick went above 1,000 today. Now it's pulling in 700. I guess with copper, etc. Look at XLB is a nice move on the 15. ADX also. Hey, ADX buy setup on the weekly. That's up a lot. Yeah, so we're popping here on the 10 a.m. number. You uniform. Yes. Like it better if it closes like this, gives us a 1, 2, 3. Because there's a lot of junk to the left. I want to check 23 puts. I think I did already. $14 by 53. Very nice spread. Google. Junk in the trunk where Google put spread 53. I have stop break even. So we're still in it. Netflix 940. It's a whip, whip, whip. This is test of patience, isn't it? And patience and discipline to follow your rules. Isn't that what we always say? That's today's MT Live, by the way. It's you know, market prep, daily routine, following your trading plan. And mine is patience, doing nothing right now. Alarm 29 on RPD. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Start off with a day trade and assess later on. Put spread I can watch also.